Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, Pam, and Alex today. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
How you doing, bud?
Good.
Hanging on for dear life.
You went skiing yesterday, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
Good.
Pretty cool?
Yeah.
All right. We are covering...
Pizza and French fried. You know what that means?
I do.
Yeah.
And I've never been skiing. I watched South Park.
Oh.
We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption, when it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it,
Squatch it!
At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. You can learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party
starts at Ruper's.
That's where it starts. Ruper's.
We have backup today.
Yeah.
It's great. We are joined in studio today by the owner of Wicked Illustrations, Melanie Therrien. How are you?
Awesome. Good morning.
Good morning. Melanie is also featured in the gallery pages of the brand spanking new winter issue of LA Metro Magazine in pages 19 through 21. We're going to talk to her about that and all about Wicked Illustrations and a whole lot more coming up in just a bit. But before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, January 7th.
A proposal that would require Mainers to present a photo ID when voting at the polls or requesting an absentee ballot has been submitted to the Secretary of State's office. Over 170,000 signatures were submitted, more than is required to force a statewide vote on the issue.
The United States Postal Service will suspend regular mail delivery and retail services on Thursday in observance of a national day of mourning for former President Jimmy Carter. Normal operations will resume on Friday. Postal products and services will be accessible online at USPS.com.
Governor Mills announced that Heather Johnson, Commissioner of the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, will step down on March 1st. Johnson has been a driving force behind the governor's efforts to strengthen, grow, and diversify Maine's economy.
The City of Auburn is accepting applications for the Planning Board. The deadline to apply is January 13th, and more information is available at auburnmaine.gov.
The city of Lewiston posted a traffic alert as construction on the Wiseman Bridge began this morning and will continue into this evening. Canal Street will be reduced to one lane, and there will be no uphill access from Chestnut Street to Lisbon Street.
Here's Alex with the weather.
I can't wait.
Cloudy today with a high of 25 and a low of 10. Cloudy tomorrow with a high of 22 and a low of 15. Cloudy on Thursday with the highs approaching 30.
Nice job, buddy.
He melted at 30.
Nailed it. That's right.
Where'd you go?
Alex knows how to finish a segment.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
It's sweepy.
Not yet. We're not sweeping yet.
Not just yet.
In sports, the Bruins host the Edmonton Oilers tonight at 7, and they will have a good luck charm in the audience.
I sure hope so.
Oh, Sarah,
Man.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it for us.
I wish I could play hockey. I'd just run out there.
Sarah is going to be in attendance at TD Garden tonight, bringing the Bruins some much-needed luck as they have lost 4 in a row.
The Celtics will visit the Denver Nuggets tonight at 10.
Bates College women's basketball will host Babson today at 5.
And the NA3 Nordiques will visit the New Hampshire Junior Mountain Kings tomorrow afternoon.
On the high school scoreboard in boys basketball, Oak Hill lost to Mount Abrams 74-60.
And in girls basketball, it was Gray New Gloucester over Westbrook 48-38.
And in girls hockey, St. Dom's was shut out by Yarmouth Freeport 4-0. That's your news, weather, and sports. And right now it is time for the podcast segment that is
Breathe.
the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for January the 7th, shall we? All right, Sarah, I put this one in for you because I know he's a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner is 54 today.
Yeah. He's great. He was definitely he was Clint Barton in the Marvel movies, which is the Hawkeye he's just a human who shoots arrows. I don't know.
He doesn't have any special powers, right?
I feel nervous for him a lot of the times. But yeah, no, he has no special powers.
He's just really good at shooting arrows.
Yeah, he's just very good at it. He was also in The Hurt Locker and The Town, which I think that one was great because he did a Boston accent in The Town.
Was it bad?
No, it's actually he does he does a good Southie, and that's with Ben Affleck, and it's a little violent, but it's pretty good.
I haven't seen any of these. Too busy painting.
Too busy painting.
Don't you have anything on while you're painting, or do you
listen to
paint in
music?
silence?
Oh, no. I have the ID channel on usually. Murder mysteries.
A woman after my own heart.
My husband thinks I'm planning something, but no.
Mine too.
Just interesting stuff.
For now.
For now. Can you deadlift his body weight?
It's keeping him in line.
Hell no.
That makes
Keeping
mine
him in line.
That makes mine really nervous that I can actually deadlift his body weight.
Oh.
TV anchor Katie Couric is 68 years old today. I figured we should move on before any one of you incriminate yourselves. Katie is the founder of Katie Couric Media. She was also on ABC News and CBS News and NBC News. She ran the gamut.
She started when she was really young. I remember her being just a little fresh-faced kid.
She was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame in 2004. How about this? Kenny freaking Loggins is 77 today. Melanie, you've heard of Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
77.
77.
Footloose.
King of the movie soundtrack.
Yeah. This is it. What about, what's the one from Caddyshack?
I'm all right.
Yeah, that one with the little groundhog gopher.
Mark, you know this is all audio, right?
I do. This was for your benefit.
He's dancing while I sing.
God, why don't we have the video going?
Pam's like, I just ate. Stop.
I know, we do need to get the video up
Yes.
and running.
Oh, yeah, he was also in Loggins in Messina. And I want to clear something up. He was actually the Loggins in Loggins in Messina. Because a lot of people get that mixed up.
Sure.
So-
Yeah, I can see the confusion.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Melanie, if you take nothing else away from this experience,
No, that.
Then I will have that.
Yeah.
that Kenny Loggins was in fact the Loggins. And rounding out FPBs for January the 7th, how about Nicolas Cage,
How about him?
whose real name is, Sarah?
Nicholas Kim Coppola.
I think Nicolas Cage probably better for Hollywood.
I don't know.
Cute.
I like
Right?
the first one.
You like the first one?
Yeah.
It's memorable.
Yeah.
Nicholas is 61 years old today.
Wow.
He's won an Academy, Screen Actors Guild, Golden Globe, BAFTA.
What's your favorite from him? Because I have two.
You have two?
I have two, kind of like.
I really enjoyed Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
With Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was dark, but it was well
it was
done.
very dark. Yeah. How about Raising Arizona?
Yep. Yep, that was great.
Yeah. And of course, my personal favorite, Con Air.
Con Air.
Con
I
Air.
was gonna say Con Air.
His physique in that movie was off the charts.
It was.
Melanie likes that
Melanie
one.
just woke up, everyone.
Remember when he was doing push-ups on his palms? Like it was-
Coffee's halfway down. Nicolas Cage images.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I think I should go get a drink or something.
Just open the fridge.
Leave you guys alone
I'm okay with
to talk
Nicolas
about. You're all
Cage.
set
I
with
mean,
Nicolas
he's
Cage.
crazy now, but he was
Yeah.
good looking then.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
Nick was inducted into the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1998.
Oh, wow.
And ranked number 40 in Empire Magazine's top 100 movie stars of all time.
Do you think he changed his name to kind of not have association with his very famous uncle, so that he wouldn't get like?
I don't. It's a good name for a director.
Sure.
Not a very good Hollywood name, I think. Nick Cage. That's
a great
That's
name.
a great Hollywood name.
Hollywood name.
That's an action star.
Nick Coppola.
Right?
Not
Yeah.
the same. No,
I'm
you're
still
Yeah.
reading through the movies. Peggy Sue Got Married.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
And the National Treasure film series as well. My kids were all over that.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Yep, did a good job at that. So there you go, folks. Those are your FPBs for January the 7th. Don't miss the January issue of Uncle Andy's Digest, featuring Greater Lewiston Auburn's 30th annual Best Businesses for 2024, plus a Valentine's Day gift guide, events calendar, shout-outs, and plenty of one-liners and jokes guaranteed to put a smile on your face. And be sure to visit UncleAndys.com and enter to win the Sweethearts Contest. You and your sweetie will appear in the February issue and could win a Valentine's Day gift basket. Uncle Andy's Digest, your local guide to, well, just about anything. Now we shift focus fully to our guest in studio, Melanie Therrien, owner of Wicked Illustrations. Melanie, I love a good origin story. Before we get to your origin story, I need to know how you came up with the name Wicked Illustrations.
Because I was illustrating children's books about a little wicked witch.
Aww.
So I didn't even start out doing art classes. I started out illustrating children's books.
That's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, and it's also a main euphemism, so it kind of stuck the more I went along.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Wicked.
What's your earliest memory of creating art?
Good question.
Painting on my parents' walls.
With permission?
No.
No?
They were very upset.
So she had to make a career
That's
out of it.
right.
Yeah.
In my first 20 years, I was doing a lot of mural work. So I was like, they're paying me to do it. You didn't know what you had.
Exactly. Love it.
You could charge for those those murals on those walls in your old house when you were a little kid.
Well, now I have that house.
Oh, cool.
Are those murals still there?
No, I remember my mother trying to scrub all that off her brand new walls.
Wow. Kind of take us through your career path leading up to founding Wicked Illustrations, which is almost 10 years old now.
Well, I've been in the downtown Lewiston Art District on Canal Street for almost 10 years. Things changed a lot when I moved there as far as public art, community engagement. I was in Auburn for 5 years, so I guess we're going to go backwards. I was in Auburn
Sure.
for 5 years before that.
It'll be like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
The space I'm in now is a lot nicer, but the other one, the amount of business I did out of there, I knew I'd be able to move into a bigger spot. That one was on River Road, so real close to the river. I thought we might fall in. I had to move in soon. Before that, I was at Captive Elements Art House, which I co-founded with a bunch of artists. But, working with guys.
The worst. It's the worst.
Had to go in there and turn things around before I had art class. And so that was a really awesome place, though. It was like a little underground art gallery. We had a lot of exhibits, but I wanted a more family-friendly environment. I focus on kids and families, and in the evenings, we focus more on, like on the weekends, adult art parties, like Wine and Whimsy, or...
Fun. Do you do after-school activities?
We have after-school art classes Monday through Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is mixed. Thursday is the teen. And Thursday night is the adult.
All right, so you're really just for everybody. Wicked Illustrations is for
And
all.
also like camps during school vacations and things.
We have a February art camp. I take April for myself. And then we have summer art camps, which are all super fun. They're all learning without knowing they're learning.
Yeah.
Making such awesome projects. We usually walk around downtown, check out the public art.
Oh, there's so much,
There
huh?
is.
There's so much great public art in downtown Lewiston. It's what a cool initiative that they've taken to really bring it to the public. I think that's so awesome, and it's cool that you get to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love being right in the middle of all that, watching it grow.
In 2016, you were honored with Uplift LA's 40 Under 40.
Yay!
So you and Pam have something in common.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke when I first got the email. I was like, you're giving me an award for what? And they were serious.
They were serious. They wanted to honor you, Melanie.
So I have it proudly displayed in the studio, of course,
Sure.
right when you walk in.
What? So once you realized they were serious, what did that mean to you?
I called my dad and I said, I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Look at me.
No, it meant a lot to be recognized.
It's very cool to be super passionate about something and working towards bringing it and making it accessible to other people and have somebody notice that and say, you are doing this and you're doing it well and congratulations and thank you. So it's just,
That was
it's
very
a-
well said. I should have said that.
You meant to, but she beat you to it. That's all.
I read your mind.
You did.
And you're also an award winner, 2022.
What I do in 20? Oh, yes, that's right.
Boy, Melanie.
We didn't make up this information.
You can
I
tell that
swear.
you're a very humble person.
Yeah, they gave me an award at the Waterville Area Art Society for.
You didn't win it; they gave it to you, right? Come
I
on,
won it.
Melanie, you
I
won
earned
it.
There you go.
For an
earned it.
awesome
That's what I'm
painting
saying.
of strawberries.
She's very humble.
My goodness. So tell us about that award and what piece was it?
It was from my Roots series. I like to explore like the beginning and end of the flowers. So I have a whole series where I draw them from like seed to when they expire because I think they're still beautiful even when they're at the end of their bloom. I like the story of how they start and, you know, I think the roots of them are beautiful and
Melanie, tell us what you have going on right now at Wicked Illustrations that our listeners could get involved with.
definitely art parties almost every weekend.
And what are those like?
Awesome.
I've never been to an art
what is
party.
it involved? I've never been to one. So if someone books a party, what does that entail?
They can book private parties.
Okay.
And they can choose whatever image they want to do. And then there are some that are pre-scheduled that you can just sign yourself up for and come and paint. There's hot cocoa and beverages and snacks you can have. And then I walk you through step by step to make your own masterpiece, your own version of what we have going on. We have a lot of regulars. Some people come in and don't even pay attention to me and just do their own thing. Because they just like to have it set up for them and
This
cleaned
is-
up for them.
That every morning on this show, that's how it is
I just
for me.
show up. Pam
Yeah.
just shows up. Mark does all the stuff.
They don't-
100%.
They pay no attention.
He's here.
They have their own show. It's a whole thing.
Sometimes we just talk to each other, Pam and I.
So these parties are geared towards adults mostly.
Some are geared towards kids, some adults, and some are mixed.
We brought a team of our management group to your studio last spring, and we all
Yeah.
sat down and we did a shoe themed painting that you came up with for us. It was
Love that.
flip flops by
Yes,
the
that was
ocean.
an awesome one.
That was really fun. We had all of our managers had a great time. It was a really cool team building activity, and you really encouraged people and fostered people's creativity. And you were like, just paint this if you want, but also put whatever you want in here. Like there can be a shell here, there can be a turtle there. Like
Yeah, it's awesome to see what people add in, what they
Yeah.
put their own personality into it. Besides art parties, we have the camp in February. We have the classes going on throughout the year. The student show is something the kids are preparing for right now, our 17th student show.
Wow.
That's been going on for a while. We do those with the public schools, with St. Dom's.
Neat.
Nice.
And that's in April.
Yep.
And you have a lot of work displayed throughout Lewiston. Are you
Inside and outside.
inside and outside?
Yeah.
So the city contacts you.
Well, the first one,
First one, you just went rogue.
it's been going on for a long time. We had to put a lot of work into starting it. We had to, do a workshop before the city council. A lot of people think we just go out there in the middle of the night and just,
Just randomly
a
paint
headlamp.
something.
But the first hot dog crosswalk we did, that was really hard to draw, make it look like a hot dog. But the first one we did took 2 years of research, and we had to get a consultant. We had to read the traffic control
Wow.
data book.
What is the hot dog crosswalk?
Next is Simona's hot dog.
I've never seen this. I'm
No.
going to have to make a trip
Right.
over.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. I didn't even know
Melanie,
it existed.
you've never listened to our podcast. So
What the hell?
I think we're even.
So it's over by Simone's?
Yeah,
And is it, it's just like, instead of bars, it's hot dogs?
it's hot dogs. Sometimes the
my
city
God.
puts mustard on it,
Stop it.
and you've missed it.
Now I want a hot dog.
Me too. Let's go.
And then we got a grant to do a bunch more crosswalks.
Cool.
And then we did some sidewalks. Then they asked us to do the fire hydrants.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those were fun.
And what are they, electrical boxes or the box?
The electric boxes, that started because I was driving to work and the one right on Canal Street had some words on it.
Oh.
And I was like, I can't drive by this every day. I need to do something about
Yeah.
this.
I need to paint over it.
So I contacted the director of public works and told her what I wanted to do, and she's like, go ahead. So we did 3 boxes for free, no taxpayer dollars.
Neat.
And there was such a good response, the Public Art Committee contacted me, and we're doing all 58 in the city. We have 9 left to do.
Wow.
And the response from it has been overwhelmingly good. Usually there's controversy when we do art in the public. This had a little bit with it, but the majority of it was... Everybody was really happy.
Positive.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to just be driving somewhere and then suddenly get like a magical surprise of like, oh my gosh, look at that one. It's
Like
so
the one
beautiful.
with doggies.
The doggies.
Seen the
is-
doggies one.
That's one of my teen
Strawberries.
students.
Oh.
So we
that's
put
the one
out
over by Bates, right? Is it-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We put out a call and let people submit stuff and
That's fun.
vetted all the images.
The mushroom.
The mushroom one.
I was going to say, I think there was one that had a
Yeah.
little bit of controversy.
Let's talk
which
about that one.
Made me laugh. I'm like, oh, people.
Like, people have
Mushrooms.
nothing better to do.
If they want to cause, I mean, after the controversy, they put an article about it in the Sun Journal, and it
Just
go
promoted
ahead,
you.
complain about it. It just
gives you more publicity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
So what was the deal with that?
The word mushies. They said, somebody said that it promoted drug use, like shrooms.
They're mushrooms. They
Right.
grow in the wild. They're very natural.
And she was doing an homage to block printing, and she has an autoimmune disease and uses mushrooms to help that as well as other things. And so the piece was really educational, and I loved it. But someone said that it promoted drug use, as well as the poppies that I did on Canal Street, I guess,
love the poppy.
promoted heroin.
So we can't watch The
Opium.
Wizard of Oz anymore
Opium
either.
use.
So after this, we were all like, well, of all the ones, mushrooms. I mean, have you seen the one that is a cat eating a pizza by Papa John's?
I like that one.
I mean, what's that promoting?
I don't know.
No one complained about that one.
No.
That's
Why isn't the poppies promoting Flanders Field? Why isn't that like a veterans? Like, I don't get it.
white poppies promote peace.
Jeez. Silly. I guess it's all an interpretation, right? That's what art's all about.
Right?
Yep.
I see pretty flowers, they see something else.
How do you decide what's going to go on the boxes or any piece within the city? Are
Well-
there checks and balances involved, or
There was. Everybody sent me an example of what they were going to do. Some of them really laid out and detailed. I was really looking to kind of make Lewiston an art gallery. You know, when you go into an art gallery, you usually have to pay for it. But this is free, open to the public. It gets rid of vandalism. I made a scavenger hunt for it, so it can be
nice.
interactive too.
That
We
is
made
cool.
coloring pages for them.
That's so cool.
But I was really looking for Lewiston to have like a little art gallery because the boxes are just shaped like a painting.
Canvases.
I mean, you could go around and frame them, and I wanted them all to be unique and different, just like everybody in Lewiston is unique and different. There's some that look like they're a Monet, you know, and there's some that are more abstract.
Different types of painting, like styles.
Different styles of painting. We have the Sesame Street one. We have one that's stripes, colorful stripes, flowers, all kinds of things.
It's fun.
did the Sesame Street one create any controversy? As
Oh,
far
of
as-
course, because
yeah.
people thought that we were going to get sued for copyright issues, but it's fan art. It's, you know, those are some of the things that I wanted to make sure of when I was looking at all of these. But, you know, he said if he had to paint over it, he'd just do mushrooms. So.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com. You're not trying to sell anything or promote anything with your Sesame Street electrical box, so I don't see how.
Yeah, he's not making any money off
not
it.
making
or anything
any
like that.
money.
There's no donation box near there.
I
No, the
Big Bird.
kids love it.
I
They
bet
talk
they do.
about it all the time.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
People, we have more important things to
I
worry
know,
about and
right?
to focus our attention on. Melanie, tell us about the series that is currently featured in the winter issue.
Oh, look, my strawberries are over there.
Is that the,
See,
is
aren't
that
they
the
award-winning?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, this is the first time you're seeing it.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yay, right online.
I'm over here hogging it. Melanie's-
I know.
I'm
She's like, can
sorry.
I have this?
I know.
Yeah. So this series, in my art classes, I've asked, because we always like to learn about other artists. All the camps this year are based on being inspired by other artists. So I asked them to name me some artists, and of course they name, Van Gogh or Bob Ross or whatever. And I'm like, so what do all those have in common? They're all men. None of them can name a female artist.
The first one that came to my mind was Frida.
Frida Kahlo's my favorite
Yeah.
artist.
Oh, neat. I didn't know that.
So I have a room at my studio where I display the whole series. I bring kids in there and we talk about all the female artists and what they painted. And they're just also interesting. I'm surprised they're not more popular. Obviously, Georgia O'Keeffe is pretty popular. She has an exhibit right now at the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. This chick, Hilma Off Clint, she painted what dead people told her to paint. Why is she not popular?
Ooh, that's interesting. She had messages from the great beyond, and then
Yeah.
she painted it?
She would paint from beginning to end without changing anything, making any mistakes, just as if it was.
Being whispered in her
Yeah.
ear? Oh, that gives me goosebumps.
Yep,
She was probably on the mushies.
she might have been.
On the mushies?
I love how you referred to her as this chick.
This chick right here.
This chick right here.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference when, like, if you're just creating art for yourself, does it just depend on your mood as to what you're going to paint?
My main subject matter is flowers. I like to tell the story with flowers. So the Root series has to do mostly with flowers. And then I added in flowers to each piece of the portraits of female painters that came they were plucked directly from their work.
I see what you did there. That was good.
Nice.
Yeah, it's hard to make paintings without adding any nature or any flowers. I mean, or even urban stuff. You have little flowers coming through the cracks, and
What's the future for Wicked Illustrations?
I just want to keep going the way it is. I like it the way it is. I love where I am. I just want to continue watching the downtown Lewiston art district grow and just keep painting on anything they let me paint on.
Tell us a little bit about the Wicked Wings series.
Yeah, that's fun.
There was a blank wall. That's pretty much how that started.
Yeah. On the side of a building.
On the side of, we call it the Wicked Wings Alley now, in between Mother India and what used to be Rusty Bus. And Carl, Shalene owned that building. I talked to him about putting some wings up on there, and he funded the whole thing.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
So they are on mural fabric, so I can draw them and paint them in the studio, and then when the weather warms up, we just get up on the ladder and paste it to the wall. It's kind of like Mod Podge, but it lasts for years. A lot of the art around has lasted a long time, even on fire hydrants that constantly get sand and snow and things on them. After the tragic shootings, we did a mural. We did wings, like a community paint day for that, so that people could come together, and it was pretty healing. And those are the biggest ones that are in the middle.
Oh, I love those wings. They're really cool. When we did our our beer trail last year, we, got a bus and people came on, and Rusty Bus was one of our stops. And every trip, people were out there taking selfies and pictures of themselves.
I guess
with
it's the
wings.
most photographed area in Lewiston. A lot of people use it for advertising too.
Oh, neat.
I don't know what you call them, the Fallen Angels. Androscoggin Fallen Angels, is that what they're called?
They're
The roller derby team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a whole photo shoot in front of them and had quotes, and it was really nice. It was pretty cool.
How does that make you feel? I mean, this is a whole team just gathering around your art and creating something that's going to last forever and that they're going to share with friends and family. And you were a huge part of that.
Yeah, it leaves me speechless.
Did you imagine the growth?
I didn't plan any of this. I'm just
No.
trying to have fun.
Just doing your thing.
I'm just happy that I get to share my passion for art with other people and that I'm making a difference in my community with it. But I'm just having fun and
See where it goes.
yeah.
When there are budget cuts in schools and municipalities, art programs are usually the first to go. What's your response to that?
They don't know how to run a business. I mean, I take in money and I buy the best possible supplies I can for the kids to learn art with, because when you're working with crappy stuff, it can really get rid of your desire to create. You know, it's
Right.
frustrating. Yeah, the whole thing is just frustrating. Creativity is the basis for so many things. Why would they? I know they have big decisions to make, but art, music, all that stuff helps you problem solve. It boosts your confidence. There's just so many good things that can be used in so many different areas. And I'm glad I'm able to offer something at Wicked. I try to keep my prices down and make it affordable. And I do a lot of volunteer stuff, and I just try to get art out there more.
Can you tell us some of the most rewarding parts of your career?
Not having to get up early.
That's a good one. That's
Except
a
for
good one.
today.
Yeah, except for today.
It is really rewarding to share this with other people and watch them grow with it. I've had kids that started out really young with me, and now they're having kids of their own, and they're still into art. One of them is an art therapist.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Some of them got into graphic design. Some of them are working with me in the community and doing public art, volunteering with me. That's the most rewarding thing.
Knowing that you made a difference in their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of them have gone on to turn it into a career as well.
Yep.
Right.
It's incredible.
It's really good therapy for people. I love my adult art class. During vacation, we didn't have the adult art class for 2 weeks, but I went in anyway because I was having withdrawal symptoms, and they all came in and we all painted together, and they all said this was good therapy for them after the holidays. And
Yeah, so as you're thumbing through the winter issue of LA Metro magazine, the fact that we have a gallery featuring Melanie Therrien with the health and wellness theme of the
Yeah.
magazine,
It's
that's
not
no
by
mistake.
accident. Not at all. Yeah.
art is very therapeutic for me, so I guess that would be another thing that I like sharing with other people.
I think whatever art you are drawn to has some type of therapeutic.
Yeah.
And next to my coloring pages at the studio, I have another LA Metro magazine next to it for people to see. So this will look good next to that one.
There you go.
This one featuring you.
You start a collection.
Yeah.
I think the one I have there was featuring downtown.
Melanie, where can folks go to learn more information and to sign up for your classes?
Well, they should follow us on Facebook. And then they can go on my website. They can come visit me and have some hot cocoa. We're also on Instagram, where you will see pictures of my dog, too, because he gets more likes than me. All three of them get more likes than me.
I feel that.
That's another good thing about having a studio is when I paint at home, we get plenty of dog hair in there. But you can come to the studio and you won't get dog hair in your painting.
Nice. Nice. And the website is Wicked Illustrations.
Yeah, wickedillustrations.com.
Anything else you would like our listeners to know before we move on to our final segment?
I think we covered a lot of good stuff.
We did. Covered a lot of good stuff.
Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local and position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com.
And Melanie, this segment is called 3 Random Questions.
Okay.
And brace yourself,
Oh, boy.
because we ask you 3 random questions.
Okay.
Yeah, we're very
Are we picking
literal.
out of a hat, or is
No,
this out of your head?
we're just coming up with them on the fly.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Melanie, where would you be without art? What do you think you'd be doing for a career if art wasn't involved?
Growing up, I had thought of being a vet, so I'd be working with animals probably. I also thought of being an ambassador for the United Nations for religion and politics when I was younger.
I need to hear more about this.
I went to a Catholic school. Mm-hmm. I'm a recovering Catholic.
Yep.
And I researched a lot about religion and politics. And I don't know, I'm just very fascinated with it, almost as much as the murder mysteries.
Either a veterinarian or an ambassador for the United Nations. That's ambition.
I don't know. So you were talking about the future earlier. Maybe like a dog rescue near an art gallery that has a golf course by the water.
Wow.
I like that.
Pam will be there.
Sound good.
Yep.
I tried golfing once, and no, cannot do it. I am not coordinated. Thank God I got into art, because
Because the LPGA Tour is not calling?
no.
I see. All right, who's next?
All right, I have a question. What smell always reminds you of your childhood?
Cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we drew roosters yesterday in art class, and I put a rose in my rooster's mouth. It was just a cute little rooster, and I was like, you guys do what you want with your rooster.
Oh, boy.
Well, somebody put a pencil in there,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I was in my head thinking, a cigarette, how am I going to, but it's not. They don't think that way.
Yeah.
That's just because I'm Gen Z. It looked like a cigarette. Or Gen X.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, you
generation
were-
am I? Gen X.
We're Gen X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could choose any historical figure to be your imaginary friend, who would it be?
Frida Kahlo.
Yay. Frida.
What would your conversation be like?
Would you talk to her about her eyebrow?
So, speaking of Generation X, all this plucking, I'm never getting the eyebrows
I'm
back.
never coming
so how
back.
did we go from plucking them to now everybody bushy eyes?
Caterpillar eyebrows.
We have to comb our eyes now?
Yeah.
Comb our eyebrows?
Frida was a woman out of her time. Like those
Yeah.
eyebrows now would be like,
I would ask her about her eyebrows. Why? Why'd you not just do a little?
a little bit right in the middle.
A little bit.
But she was a partier. We would have fun.
Yeah.
Some tequila.
Yeah. She did all kinds of stuff. She married the same guy twice. And
Crazy.
yep, she's my favorite because she had a lot of medical issues, and her doctor told her she was having her first exhibit ever, solo exhibit of her work, and her doctor said, "You're too sick. You can't go. You can't get out of bed for this." So she had her friends carry her there in her bed. Love
That's
her.
so cool.
She's like, I am not missing this
Yep.
for anything.
Yeah.
Very
Well, good stuff, Melanie. I hope you had fun.
I did.
Excellent.
Yay.
It's hard to, when you're French, talk so that people can hear you and not with your hands.
Yeah, trying to use her hands.
We have a lot in common. Cigarette smell growing up, the 8 years or 9 years.
Yeah,
of
my mother
Catholic
had the little
school.
thing on the table to
Yeah.
try to suck in my dad's cigarette smoke.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, I remember
Yeah, it
those.
didn't work.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Yeah,
The
we
smoke would
didn't
just
have that
linger. You could see it. It's like, I
What
don't
you
think
needed
that's
was
right.
a firm-minded Irish mom to say, you cannot smoke inside my house.
Oh, yeah. And we have pictures, your mother's trying to help you with something or cigarettes hanging out
Yep.
the room.
The birthday party pictures. There's always the cake, and then there's the ashtray and
Yeah.
the drink.
The can of beer.
Oh, man.
Yep.
And then you take over your parents' house and you start washing the walls. And you're like, oh, my God. These are
still-
white.
There's still wallpaper in it,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
which is also coming back. Eyebrows and wallpaper.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Wallpaper, just the accent wall, though. I would,
Yeah, yeah, I like a good accent wall.
a whole
Like a
room.
deep,
Accent
rich.
wall is kind of pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole room.
Yeah,
I'd
whole
put
room is
like
too
a
much.
mural of Fenway Park, so it would be a Boston accent wall. That's going to do it for us, folks. Thanks to our sponsors, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising
Wasn't me
family,
this time.
reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com. Thank you, Alex. Tomorrow, we resume our weekly interviews with the Maine Nordiques. Sarah's not going to be here. She's going to be recovering.
From celebrating the Bruins' win.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be here solo, Mark.
I'll be here solo. Pam's going to be at BNI.
Yep.
Yeah. Vinny
Well,
will be around.
I won't even have Lydia here.
Vinny
Oh,
will be
Lydia
around.
might be.
Lydia might be here. Okay.
Ah, there you
and
go.
me, girl.
Lydia can come to Wicked anytime.
No.
We are a dog-friendly establishment. I have dog treats there.
Oh, yay.
Good to know.
Lydia
In my
should-
policies, if you
She's
get a puppy, you were required to bring it in before it's 6 months old.
Well, she's not a puppy, but she's a good therapy dog.
She certainly
All
is.
dogs are puppies.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Pepperonis.
Take care, folks. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch you tomorrow.